Phil Gonzales. I'm a senior artist on Heroes of the Storm here at PAX East.
So we've seen extreme success when it comes to StarCraft 2 in the esports space and as well as in the MOBA space with League of Legends. How did you guys think about esports as you were developing this game?
We consider esports definitely, and right now in the technical alpha we don't have the features implemented, but we are going to give all the tools to the community to continue to have great esports coverage. We're going to have replay systems, we're going to have observation tools, all that stuff is planned, and the best we can say is we're always going to support that. We're going to put it out there so the community can decide if they want this to be in esports, if they want to feature it. We're absolutely going to give them those tools.
Have you guys been able to utilize your own internal knowledge from the StarCraft 2 side on esports when it comes to Heroes of the Storm?
Absolutely. They're very similar and they're based on the same engine, so a lot of that stuff is going to translate pretty smoothly. But since it's a technical alpha, we're obviously still dealing with, functionality and things that we're discovering with the new context that Heroes puts the game engine in. But yeah, all that stuff should come in one-to-one and even have features that specifically help Heroes of the Storm be the best esports experience we can make it.
What are your thoughts about how quickly esports seems to have boomed over the last few years?
I'm very amazed and kind of admiring of that whole community. I mean, the players, the coverage, the passion behind it, it's all awesome stuff. I would have never expected it to boom as big as it has, and I'm very excited every time I see the next development or the next level of promotion people put it at, or the caliber of the players just continuing to rise and doing amazing things. I mean, sometimes I'm like, I'm not even playing this game right. These guys are awesome. So all that coverage is fantastic, and I love that it continues to elevate with each game that enters that space. It just gets better and better, and that's what I love about games. It's very entertaining.
Even though you haven't implemented esports specific stuff, have you started to see just from people playing like certain aspects of, hey, these guys are going to take this to the next level?
Yeah, the Twitch streams, we've seen some very competitive games. We've seen some team compositions which are simply amazing. I've had the fortune of playing against Idra when he first got into the build, and he was beatable then, and now he's already monstrous, and I have to leave him alone and cower at his presence. And yeah, the Twitch streams, it's funny. We're seeing the maps utilized in ways we weren't expecting. We're seeing hero builds that we're like, oh, I never even thought of that. And it's always wonderful to see the depth of the game explored to that extent, because that's the reason why we put it there, is someone's going to find it, someone's going to utilize it, and it's just absolutely fun to see that stuff develop.
Is there a hero build that really stands out that you've seen?
I've seen some very amazing Uther players out there. I have personally tried to play Uther that way. I can't do it. There's some very impressive stealth play where you can be as observant as possible, and some of these stealth players are just amazing assassins. I didn't give Illidan nearly enough credit with my brawler sensibilities when I played him, but there's some amazing Illidan players. Just I keep finding that the more people play and the more people try these things, that they're figuring out all this stuff that I never even considered, and I'm like, maybe I'm going to try that hero again. That Tychus build is great.
When it comes to using maps different ways, what's an example of that?
Maps in different ways. I've seen people with characters like Stitches really take advantage of some of these little alleyways and stuff, and just really being advantageous with their abilities in terms of, oh yeah, you can totally just acquire someone from this position and they have no expectation of it. It's a very sneaky thing to do. I've seen Abathur play where Abathur is deep burrowing to these map objectives, and people being very forward with a character that's intended to be very protected back in the base. Even new heroes like Murky. Dustin's mentioned some great gameplay where Murky's hiding this egg around the map because that's the advantage he has. He respawns very quickly from that egg, and you can place that egg within enemy bases if you're clever enough, and you can use that egg to place it in a position where you can scout the whole enemy team, and if they kill you, it's not a big deal because you'll respawn so quickly. There's tons of stuff like that. It seems like with each hero there's something new to be discovered. They all have a very unique way of taking advantage of things.